There was a time, a moment in my life when I realized something that looking back should have been obvious. The person that I was presenting to the world and the person I experienced internally were not exactly the same man. Now, that may not sound particularly profound, but adults understand that instinctively, but I didn't when I was younger. For a long time, I assumed that everyone else was exactly who they appeared to be. Confident people were confident, successful people felt successful, and I assumed that I was the exception because inside I was carrying fears and doubts, insecurities, and questions that nobody else really seemed to have. I like to say, I felt like everybody had a couple of pages to their instruction book that I was missing. Well, at least nobody was talking about it. Over time, I learned how to present a version of myself that felt safer, more competent, more certain, maybe more acceptable. Not because I wanted to deceive anybody, but because I wanted to belong. I wanted to be trusted. I wanted to avoid disappointing people. And little by little, I built this mask. It wasn't a false identity, it was a functional one. The problem wasn't wearing the mask. The problem came when I forgot that I was wearing it, when I started believing that maintaining the image was more important than understanding the genuine man behind it. Years later, after losing a significant portion of memory following a brain injury, I found myself in a very strange position. Other people knew things about me that I didn't know. They knew the story. I only knew fragments. And for the first time, I began to wonder where the person I thought that I was and the person everyone else kind of seemed to know might be different people. That question sent me on a journey that I'm still taking today, a journey into identity, into fear, into belonging, into the stories we tell ourselves and the stories we allow others to see. What I have discovered is that most of us have a mask, not because we're dishonest, because we're human. The question isn't whether you have one, the question is whether you know that you're wearing it, and whether, when the time comes, you're willing to take that off. This is Steve McCurdy, and this is The Long Way Home.